Hey, what's up? My name is Dr. Brant Green with 10X Digital Marketing, and I've got a really amazing little training here for you. So this is a free training. It's new patient marketing using Facebook for practices. This is the same exact system that I use with clients across the country in integrated practices, chiropractic clinics, even dentistry. This system is automating new patient marketing, bringing in consistently 10, 20, 30 new patients per month for services in clinics just like yours. And so what I'm going to do, it's a free training, but basically it's a behind the scenes look at our system and our model. And it's amazing. I encourage you to put everything away, take some notes, and just give me a few minutes, and I promise I'll make it worth your time. And so let's just jump right in. So why should you listen to me? Why should you listen to 10X Digital Marketing? Well, much like yourself, I'm a practice owner. I'm a doctor. I'm a clinic owner. My wife and I own an integrated physical medicine pain management practice. We do everything from regenerative medicine to chiropractic, physical therapy, manual therapy, and a variety of other services in between that we market for using Facebook and social media mainly. That's actually the only form of paid marketing that we do is using Facebook ads and funnels. Everything else is word of mouth and then social proof. So I'm a doctor just like you. I understand practice marketing. I understand practice in general. I get it. We didn't always have everything in place though. We started pretty humble. We started actually extremely humble. We started with about a 1,000 square foot space right out of school. My wife and I opened it up. And then on the weekends, as far as marketing, or as far as marketing in general, every weekend we were out at different events, doing workshops, doing talks, doing lunch and learns, doing business to business. And here we're at a running store. Here we're at the fairgrounds. I've got my kids with me at the fairgrounds on the weekend because we can't leave them at home, obviously. Different businesses inside the Healthy Back store. So my point is that we started off really shabby, really small, and we would market our butts off. We did everything we were told we were supposed to do. We went out and marketed every weekend. We did talks, we did workshops, we did dinners, we did business to business, we did the networking, we did the BNI, you name it, we tried it, and it was hard. We struggled every weekend. We're grinding, and the only reason why we even survived is because we were grinders, and we still are. But it was hard. It was really hard. So we knew, we couldn't keep it up forever, and there had to be some other way. And we found out, we had to learn the hard way because we were literally on the verge of bankruptcy. Our practice was going to be going under. At that time, I was doing associateships and working for the practice, doing coverage work, just to take my salary and keep our practice alive. And we knew there had to be another way. So then we decided to dedicate ourselves to, instead of listening to healthcare marketing, we just decided to study marketing. And so I took the lead on that. And so over the next few years, we traveled across the country to every event that had to do with marketing and sales. And we're really close in now with Grant Cardone and Cardone University. We have been to the growth conferences. Those are amazing. And then Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. I'm part of the Inner Circle Club with 2 Comma Club, which is an elite group of high-end marketers using funnels and Facebook ads and marketing to grow businesses. We also work closely with the high-end consultants in Facebook and marketing world. So this is my craft. This is my dedication was marketing. I knew that we had to keep our practice alive, and so we started learning how to market our practice. And during that process, we have spent a lot of money on Facebook. We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on ads and testing and campaigns and different funnels. And as you can see here, this is actually my practice. This is a snippet preview. In the last 6 months, just in this campaign group, we've spent $14,000. So I'm a doctor, I'm a clinic owner, and I'm a marketer, and I'm doing these ads for my own practice. So it's not just me saying it works. I'm actually doing it for myself. I am my own demo. I am my own test. I am my own testimonial. This stuff works. And so what it's been able to do is that marketing and that automation took us from almost bankruptcy to where we are now, which is a 4,000 square foot practice. We have integrated physical medicine, pain management, regenerative medicine, chiro PT, etc. So that's actually me right there with a patient back with the long hair. We have a team of about 20 people now. My wife runs the day-to-day operations. We have 3 medical suites, a huge treatment rehab space, and then a team. Like you said, everything is going extremely well. And the way that we were able to do that is because of the marketing. And during that process over the last couple of years, I've transitioned more and more into marketing strategy and business growth and less treating with patients. And I miss treating patients. I loved it, but my calling I felt was marketing and growing my practice. And as we saw this growth, we had more and more colleagues reaching out and saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing? What are you able to? How are you able to do this?" And so we decided to go down that rabbit hole and start helping other practices. And so I took the lead on this and the initiative to separate from the practice day to day, and still market our practice. I still grow and do hiring, and I still run the business with my wife. But now I've dedicated my time to 10x Digital Marketing, which is geared towards marketing for clinicians and practices. And you know, marketing to get to the practice of my dreams was amazing, and we're still growing it. We're still evolving. We're still we're still working things out and expanding and automating. But not only have we gotten our practice up, our revenue, we can pay our bills. We don't have to market every weekend. We're actually able to have a real life. And so the freedom that we've gotten from our practice, we're not chained to it anymore as much. And as a result, we can enjoy our kids. We have 4 kids. We like to travel a lot. We do a lot of hotels and pools, and I like to go fishing out on the bay. I'm in Annapolis, Maryland, just outside of DC. We like to take trips down to Florida. We do at the Grand Canyon last year, snowboarding, skiing trips. My point is that we were able to use Facebook digital media marketing and funnels to grow and automate our new patient marketing, got our practice to where it is now, which is night and day from where it was with all the other forms of marketing we were doing. And not only has it given us the practice that we want, but it's given us the life that we want. And that's what I want for other practices and other providers, and for those that want to scale and open up extra clinics. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, to help other doctors do, other clinics do. So you're talking to a guy that loves what I do as far as a healthcare provider, but I also really love marketing, and I love helping practices grow. I love helping more patients get the care that they need. And so that's why I'm here, and this is why I'm doing this. And so we're doing Facebook ads, right? So Facebook ads, we can do Facebook ads for a variety of different services, everything. In your practice, you can do Facebook ads to market chiropractic, you can market pain management, you can market viscosupplementation therapy, you can target stem cells, you can market physical therapy, you can market workshops, you can even market cryo sauna, you can market allergy testing, immunotherapy, you can market hormone therapies. You can do this with consultations and workshops. So here's just some examples. And I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on their marketing with old forms of media, TV, radio, and some of those still work. But I promise you, there's no possible way it can compete with Facebook. We're spending $13, $18, $11 to get someone's name, email, and phone number, sign up for different offers for disc and sciatica, knee pain, chiropractic offers. You can't beat it. You're going to spend 2, 3, 4, 5 times as much to get patients from these other events, these other different forms of media, and they're not consistent, they're not testable. You don't know what exactly it's costing you. And so there's no way to reproduce it. There's no way to scale it because it could be hit or miss. With Facebook ads, the way the targeting works and the data, the analytics, we're able to track it. We know exactly what's going to work, and then we can automate it. If we start to see something change or start to die off, we can make changes and adjustments so it stays up the whole time. You can always expect and count on new patients every single month. So here's some examples of clients that I've worked with other than myself, right? So obviously I'm running my own ads for my practice, and I'm doing it for other clinics, but here's some examples. This is Dr. Charlie. Love working with this guy. He's been amazing. Prior to working with us, he actually had worked with 2 or 3 ad agencies. Most recently, there's a couple that he's worked with to help market his regenerative medicine components of his practice and also his medical side. He ran ads and they started to die, and he wasn't even making a return on investment. He's actually losing money, spending thousands of dollars a month on Facebook ads. And so he came in, first campaign, first month, 5-to-1 return on investment, and we crushed it. And so we love work with Dr. Charlie. He's a lifer, hopefully, and We're continuing to add more campaigns. So we've started off marketing one campaign. Now we're getting ready to step into another, and we're super excited for him. Second, so Dr. Justin, super awesome doc, working with out of Illinois. Uh, he hadn't been down this road before with Facebook. He tried it himself. He tried to do some Facebook ads and just couldn't quite figure out how to get it to work for him. And so we were able to step in and you know, in 2 weeks we were able to get 27 qualified leads signed up for his offers. And so, you know, he's spending what, $15 here. You can see $15 over the course of 2 weeks, 27 signups. So name, email, and phone number. Now here's the cool part. Not only does he get people signing up for his offer for $15. He's paying $15 for someone to say, hey, I want this offer to sign up, and in exchange they're giving a name, email, and phone number. So that's going to allow him to now plug them into his other forms of marketing, like email and text message marketing, if you were to choose. And now he's got free marketing, he's free traffic. So he's able to continue to contact these people over and over again with this email list. The other amazing part of this is when people sign up and they see your ads on Facebook and they see these offers, what they're going to do is they're going to do their homework and they're going to Google search you. And anytime someone Google searches you, it's going to help with that organic traffic. It's going to help drive your SEO up. So not only the Facebook ads are driving leads, but it's actually helping you build your online presence. This is a win-win-win. We got Dr. T right here. He's been doing this for a really long time. He's been doing Facebook ads for 3 or 4 years now, way ahead of the curve on everything. He's worked with multiple ad agencies. He's never been able to find anyone that understood how to market back pain. And so I raised my hand and volunteered, and I convinced him to let me try. And so what we were able to do, we got 27 medical patients for back pain, disc pain, sciatica in less than 2 weeks. He couldn't believe it. He was blown away. And since then, we've taken over even more of his campaigns. We're doing his stem cell regenerative medicine workshops. We're doing knee pain workshops with him. This guy's crushing it, and we couldn't be more happy for him. So what else do we see out there going on? So obviously we have what we're doing for you know, our clients, and then we have what I'm doing for myself. But what else is out there? What are you guys seeing? And the best part is I'm seeing the same things you guys are. Because I'm a doctor, because I'm on, you know, Facebook, I get marketed the same exact way you do, the same ads, the same people are targeting me. And what I see though is, because I'm in this culture, this subculture, I'm in trainings, and I do this for a full-time living. I see very closely a lot of problems with the ad agencies marketing for clinics out there. And here's just a few of them. So the first one is obviously inexperienced marketers trying to make big bucks. They're trying to make big promises, and then they can't fulfill the promises, right? They're using cookie cutter approaches. They're taking old templates and ads and just plugging them in. And what ends up happening is because their targeting is not very good, and they don't actually understand how Facebook marketing works, or how marketing in general works. The ads die. So even if you get a good pop, they die really quickly, and then they don't know what to do. Their hands go in the air, and I've seen this happen multiple times. I still see it all the time. So you've got to have someone that understands that it's not a cookie cutter approach. You got to have some customization, and if it's just a cookie cutter approach, a plug and play, it's only, if it does work at all, it's going to work only for a little while, and then it's going to die. Other big thing, obviously, with healthcare is these ad agencies and these marketers, they don't have any idea about healthcare. They don't understand HIPAA. They don't understand insurance. They don't understand practice patient cycles. They don't understand how you can only, you know, depending on your demographic, your market, how far out your patients are going to drive to see you for what services that you offer. You know, if you're a chiropractic office, you got to have someone coming in 2-3 times a week. You got to market that differently than you market a medical practice, where people can come in once a week or once every other week for different services. And so your radius as far as your market may change. Again, a lot of these amateur ad agencies don't understand these concepts, and what ends up happening is it becomes very, very costly. The ads underperform, and then your ROI gets smaller and smaller until eventually you're not making any money at all. You're just chasing leads. Another thing, again, focusing on, like, getting back to leads, you have a lot of these guys talking big games about the number of leads they're able to get for the cost, and that's all well and good. Leads are great, but what I care about is, I don't care about the leads, I care about the number of patients. You can say I got 100 leads, but I don't care. I want to know, all right, well, how many patients did you get from that? You got 100 leads, but you got 2 patients. That's a 2% conversion rate. It's not very good. And the reason why that happens, and it happens all the time, is because The system is incomplete. It's not a complete marketing system. And then also the targeting is awful. So you're targeting the wrong people. You're targeting people that are going to opt in for the offer, but then actually aren't going to convert. Whereas I would rather get 25 people to sign up for an offer and get 20 to convert, or get 30 people to sign up for an offer and 20 convert. And so my conversion is going to be much higher. My leads may be lower, but I'm gaining more patients, which is what you care about. You don't care about leads, you care about patients. And so with good targeting, good offers, and then good systems, right? The follow-up systems on the back end, the automated parts, and the manual parts where your staff is trained and they know how to follow up, they know how to convert. All of those things make a big difference, okay? Other things I see are clinics, providers, doctors that say, hey, I've tried Facebook ads, they didn't work for me, so Facebook ads therefore don't work. Well, that's just not true. Facebook ads work, proof positive, I've already shown you, but in general, what I see a lot of times is people say, oh, I've tried Facebook ads, and then I dig down the hole a little bit and it turns out they just boosted a post. Boosting a post is not going to create new patients. Another big thing that I see is that clinic owners and doctors will try to play around with Facebook ads. They'll create this great ad and actually looks good and everything. And then what ends up happening is they just send them to their website, right? Their homepage on their website. You can't send leads with a specific offer to your homepage. You need customized landing pages. You need customized funnels that are going to design to convert that traffic to actual leads. If you get someone running ads for you and they're just sending people to your website, it's not going to work. And I see this with people that are specifically in this niche and in general across the board, where other experts, so-called experts out there, are saying, hey, I can run Facebook ads for your practice and get you new patients. But they're creating ads on Facebook and then they're just sending them to their website. That's not going to help you. It's not going to get you new patients. Okay, it's just going to give you an empty pocketbook and a really bad ROI. Another thing I hear obviously is it won't work for my practice or my market, or my market's unique or my niche is unique. It's not going to work for me. I'm telling you, I've ran a variety of ads, a wide variety of ads in medical, chiro, PT, rehab, everything from foot pain to shoulder pain, back pain, hormone therapy, you name it, there's a way to market it. The trick is understanding, as a provider, as a clinic, me getting in understanding your practice is I have to understand, all right, who's your ideal customer? So here's your ideal customer. Here is the result that you want for them, right? So my job is to help you bridge the gap between who you want to work with and what result you want for them. Then we work backwards and say, all right, well, where are they? And then what can we offer them that's going to make them want to come in so you can give them the result that they want, okay? So that's the trick. So creating offers, creating value, getting your ideal clients in the door. It doesn't matter what niche you're in, what market you're in. It doesn't matter how few people are in your area or how much competition is in your area. If you can create an offer that people want, you're going to do really, really well, okay? And I've already figured all of this out for you. I'm going to show you some examples in just a moment. So what's the solution to all these problems, though? So the solution that I've come up with is the 10x New Patient Marketing System. And so this is the system I use for myself and the system I use for my clients. It's tested, it's proven, it works. It makes me a lot of money and it makes my clients a lot of money, and it keeps their practices full. Everything, again, from medical, chiro, rehab, regenerative medicine, hormones, this stuff works, okay? And so it's pretty straightforward. So the first step is tested, proven ads that offer, with great offers that attract people. All right, so when you're running a Facebook ad, it has to be something that's going to attract people. It's got to be something that they want. And then you've got to make sure that the right people see it. So you got to have good targeting for these qualified leads. Again, you don't want 100 leads and 2 patients. You want good qualified leads. So you want to make sure the right people are seeing it. So using Facebook targeting features is by far and above the best system and platform to be able to do that. And I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. Another thing is having tested, customized landing pages and funnels. Actual mini websites that are completely designed to take traffic from Facebook and get them to give you their name, email, and phone number in as few steps as possible in exchange for the offer that you want to give them. All right, so customized landing pages instead of sending them to a website is the key, okay? Automated scheduling, notifications, and tracking. So automated scheduling is basically, once they opt in, we got to give them an opportunity to get on your schedule as soon as possible. And the way that we do that is online scheduling. So right then and there, at the end of they've opted in, name, email, and phone number. Now we can get them to sign up right there on the site. And now you're going to get a notification saying not only do you have a new lead, but they've already scheduled on this day for this time and for this offer. And all you have to do then is just follow up. But I've even simplified that. So the systems that we use are anytime a lead comes in, not only does my clients get notifications, and then when I have offers running for my practice, I get notifications that say you have a new lead for this offer. So I know right away, hey, you guys, we get a new lead coming in. My staff gets right on the phone as soon as possible and calls and follows up with them. The sooner you follow up, the higher likelihood you're going to get that lead to become an actual patient, to schedule to come in for their appointment, and then ultimately become patients. All right, so timing is everything. As soon as a lead comes in, you got to know about it, and then the sooner you follow up, the higher the likelihood. For every second, every minute that you waste, you're going to decrease your chances of converting that lead to a patient. Okay, so we've got systems that are built in that can automate that. I'm going to show you what those look like. These are the same things you guys can do for yourself. Tracking, or also automated updated spreadsheets. This allows us to track. So anytime a lead signs up for an offer, we get email notifications, but then we also get an updated spreadsheet. This updated spreadsheet is going to say, hey, you have a new lead that came in for this offer, and then now your staff's able to move them through the tracking sheet, so you know exactly where they are in your sales cycle. You know exactly where they are as far as have they scheduled yet, have they shown up for their appointment, did they convert to a patient, what ended up happening, did they fall off, and you're able to track this with your staff so you know that they're staying on top of things. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like as well. And then scripts and phone scripts, right? So you got to have training for your staff to call and follow up. If you've never done Facebook ads before, if you've never done any type of lead acquisition or direct marketing, you've got to have systems in place where your staff can know exactly what to say, what emails to send, what works and converts and gets them to sign up versus what doesn't. And so I'll show you some examples of what I mean by that. And so that's it. That's my 10x digital marketing system for new patients, and it works. So why Facebook, right? So I get this a lot. So why are you using Facebook? Isn't that where people just kind of hang out and socialize and share cat pictures and food pictures and stuff? Well, the reason why Facebook versus everything else is for a variety of reasons, but these are the main ones right here. The first reason is there's 2.2 billion users on Facebook, right? So 2 out of 7 people in the entire planet are using Facebook, and you've got to be in front of where people are. It used to be television, radio, newspapers. People were picking those media forms up and using them. But now, I'm sure that you guys realize this, maybe not realize this, but when you're watching TV, if you actually still have cable, when a commercial comes on, what do? You pick up your phone, right? So as soon as a commercial comes on, you're grabbing your phone and you're checking your text, you're checking your email, and then when the TV comes back on your show, you put your phone down. You're not watching the commercials anymore, right? So you're getting marketed to on your phone in between your television. That most of us now just watch Netflix or Amazon Prime, and we're not watching TV anymore anyway. If we want to listen to music, we don't listen to the radio as much. We actually just download music on Pandora. So again, Pandora is another form of marketing that's proven to be very successful, but it still doesn't compete with Facebook. Okay. The other amazing component about Facebook, and I can't say how amazing it is, honestly, because it's that incredible. But the ability to target on Facebook, the features it has to get your ads in front of your right customers is insane. Facebook's targeting features are the absolute best on the planet. You can target people based off of age, radius, interests, everything from do they like dogs or do they like cats. You can target people based off if they have children or not, what their job, what their employer, how much money they make, you name it. Now some of these features are being taken away soon, but it doesn't matter. I promise you that the features are bar none insane, and the ability to target people now on Facebook, if you're not using it, you're really missing out. It's literally a marketer's dream. And so as a result of being able to have the most amount of people using Facebook and being able to target the exact people that you want to work with, what ends up happening is just you get a very low cost per lead. And so you're able to create great offers and great ads, put them in front of the exact population that you want, and as a result, your conversions are much better. So the better the targeting, the lower the cost that you spend to acquire better patients. Okay. The other benefits of Facebook is the platform continues to grow. So Facebook, Facebook Messenger, and Instagram are all owned by Facebook. If you set up one campaign on Facebook, you can actually run ads on all 3 of those platforms. And that is a huge benefit because depending on what service you're offering or what market you're in, you may be wanting to hit different markets with different platforms, because younger population tends to be on Instagram, older population and women tend to be on Facebook. So depending on which services you're trying to offer, if you're trying to do sport and performance, you may want to stay on Instagram, or if you're running offers for Medicare, for medical, you may want to stay on Facebook, right? So it matters. The other benefit is they're always adding and updating new features, right? So they're always adding things, they're always trying to make it better. Facebook wants you to market with them. If you spend money as an advertiser or as a business on Facebook, it keeps their platform growing, it keeps them expanding and adding more benefits. And so they only get paid if it's working, right? If you run Facebook ads and it doesn't work and you stop spending money with them, they don't like that. They want it to work for you, so they're always working to help you. They also have programs built into Facebook that actually help optimize for you. So the more you run ads on Facebook, the better they get over time, as long as you set it right on the front end, okay? So the other options out there, obviously Facebook versus everything else. You've got Twitter, YouTube, all these great online social media platforms, but you can see by far and above, Facebook, business to customer and business to business is the highest across the board, okay? LinkedIn is the only one that competes on a business to business level. And this is what I was saying before. Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, all owned by Facebook. 2.2 on Facebook, 1.3 billion on Messenger, and 800 million on Instagram. All right, so huge populations of people using these platforms. It's so easy to just put an offer and an ad out in front of them and just get them to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in that, right? The other beautiful thing is this type of marketing versus other forms of marketing. The feedback is faster, right? So you're able to know what's working, what's not faster. You don't have to send out mailers and wait a month. And you can also weed out tire kickers and deal seekers. You can make sure that your ads are shown to people that are qualified, so you're not getting people that are opting into offers that won't be able to afford or are qualified to do follow-up care. Okay, and there are certain features you can do to make that work. So when Facebook ads work, they work if you do a certain few things, right? So I already mentioned most of this, but just to reiterate, your Facebook ads will work if you target the right people who are qualified and interested in the care and the services that you offer. So if you run an ad to someone that is not qualified for your care, your services, or they're not interested, then it's a waste of money. But if you put it in front of the people that are interested and are qualified, you're going to hit home runs all day long. You're going to fill up your practice and you're going to make a lot of money. The way that you are able to tell if they're qualified and interested in your care is you have to create your patient avatar, right? So who's your ideal patient for which services, and then we plug those features into Facebook, and Facebook makes sure that only those types of people will see your ads, okay? Then you have retargeting, which is basically when people are interested in an offer, they leave, but then the ad kind of follows you around. I'm sure you guys have all done this before. Retargeting features are insanely powerful ways to get people that didn't take action on the first go round to then take up action on the second round, right? Or the third or the fifth. Another important component of Facebook ads, for them to work, the offer actually has to be a good offer. If you put generic offers out there or something that you think someone would want, or if you think it's a good deal, but your client or your customers or your patients don't think it's a good deal, it doesn't matter what you think, it's not going to be a good deal, and you're not going to get high conversions, right? You're not going to get a lot of interest. The offer has to be something that has some meat on it. It's got to be a good offer. It's got to be something that people actually want, okay? And the only way to know is to ask. Luckily, I've already done that for you. I know what people want. I've done these ask campaigns and figured out what do people actually want. What would be a great offer for you to come in and see my practice and get an experience, and then as a result of that, become a new patient. Other important components are the ads, Facebook ads, themselves, the headlines, the copy, the images. You've got to make sure that they're attractive, that they say what you need them to say, that they have some sales copy in them. You want them to be interesting, draw attention in. You've also got to make sure that you give them a call to action, which basically means you got to tell them what to do. People sometimes can be a little slow, so you've got to cut the fat and literally just tell them, click the button or go here, click this link. You got to make sure you're telling them what to do. Again, to reiterate again at the landing page, you got to make sure that you're not taking ads and sending them to your website. You've got to create custom landing pages. You've got to send them to a page that everything matches and looks the same. Otherwise, it's going to confuse them, right? If you confuse someone and they go from an ad to a landing page and it doesn't match, they're going to leave, and that's called a bounce rate. You want a low bounce rate. You don't want a high bounce rate. So you want to make sure everything is synergistic and looks the same offer, and then simplify the entire process for them. And then on the back end is when the magic happens and you're able to get systems in place where you can follow up with these leads and convert them to patients. Okay. So I was talking about Facebook's targeting abilities. So here's just some of the things that you can type into Facebook on the back end and see what their interests are, everything from where they're located, are they homeowners or not, what type of industry they work in, who are their employers, are they in a relationship, are they parents, are they stay-at-home moms, their age, gender, etc. Everything from hobbies and activities and interests to entertainment, what movies are they interested in, what activities are they doing. So if you are a practice that does medical, you may want to target Medicare, people that have shown interest in pain, or if you're a chiropractic office, you may want to show show your ads to people that have shown interest in alternative wellness and health. If you are a sports performance practice, you may want to run ads based to triathletes, marathon runners, and CrossFitters. If you're trying to target obesity or diabetes, you may want to run your ads to people that have shown an interest in diabetes or they like food a lot. There's a lot of creative ways to target and get your ads in front of the right people. Okay. The ads themselves. So here's some examples, some ads that convert really well. You've got the headline at the top, or the headline here actually, but you've also got your attention grabber, right? Which is usually when you're going to say, hey, so-and-so, or hey, this area. And then you get to the point, right? You tell them what's going on. You create the offer, and then you tell them what to do. You can see here, you schedule a free consultation. So this is a consultation offer for knee treatment. Here's another one for a chiropractic offer. You know, we're doing something fun to promote. We got the emojis in there. Emojis are going to convert better. You're telling them where to go. Another important thing too is if you can create the link above the image fold, it's going to convert at a higher rate than just creating the button. Playing around with get offer and learn more, all of those things matter. These little details make a huge difference. The headline, and then being able to manage the comments and the social proof on the page too, right? So being able to go in and interact and engage with these people that are commenting on your ads is hugely important. Some Facebook ad agencies will not let you do this. I find that you absolutely must. You're going to get more engagement, you're going to get more leads, more conversions. You're interacting with your community, okay? It's huge. You can train a staff member to do it, no problem. So we run traffic from Facebook to landing pages. So we have custom landing pages and funnels. And so these are pages that are designed to convert. They're not websites, they're funnels, right? So we're getting traffic into a sales funnel, and the funnel is designed to send them down the funnel to get name, email, and phone number and get them to sign up for your offer, okay? So this is an example of a chiropractic offer. Works extremely well. You're putting a little bit of you're putting a timer on there to kind of set that sense of urgency. You got a map on there so they know where you're at. Another one over here is an example of another chiropractic offer ad. The offers need to match, the language needs to match the text, right? So that whatever's on the ad needs to match the landing page. Okay, make it simple, easy entry forms, all of that customized, much better than sending to a website. Other examples of landing page forms. This one's for knee pain. Same thing, we're trying to get them to sign up for a free consultation, right? So you don't even have to necessarily give anything away except for a little bit of time. Foot pain, I've ran that one for medical, you can do that for podiatry. This one's for a workshop. This one works great for any area. So chiro, rehab, PT, medical, integrated, stem cells. This one was for a lunch or a dinner workshop. We actually had 2 dates on there as options, and so we're able to get them to sign up. And even when they sign up, we're able to know which one they signed up for right away, so you don't have to ask. All you have to do is have your staff confirm. So these are the back end steps, right? So that what I just showed you now is where most ad agencies stop, right? So they get the ad set up, they get the landing pages set up, you get the leads coming in, and you have to go in manually and check and see when leads came in. What we do for my clients, what I do for myself, and what I recommend you do is you've got to set up the integrations and the automation so that way you're not missing people and you're able to follow up them much faster. And if you follow up them faster, again, higher conversions, more patients, more money in your pocket, right? So here's some of the main extra steps that are extremely important. One is online scheduling, is using text and email reminders. So giving someone the option to schedule online right away. This is where all businesses need to be heading. They need to be able to create more online opportunities for people to schedule. People hate picking up the phone and calling. So give them less barriers to be able to schedule appointments with you. So online scheduling, we found this converts much better, much higher conversions. New patient lead notifications for faster follow-up. So this is when someone opts in, your staff, your team gets an email that says, hey, you have a new lead. That's super important. You want to make sure you're following up with them as soon as possible. Within 5 minutes is ideal, and you're going to see much higher conversions. Automatic updating lead spreadsheets and trackers. So when someone opts in, they go into a tracker sheet where now you're able to track them through their process, where they're at, if they've scheduled, if they scheduled and showed up, if they didn't show, if you need to follow up with them again, if they need to, they need you to follow up with them in 2 months. You're able to see where the holes are in your conversion cycle, right? So if we get 100 leads in, but you only got 2 patients out of it, I want to know where they're falling off, and this allows us to know, and so then we can plug those holes. Automated email text responses to patients, right? So the patients are actually going to get automated emails saying, hey, here's your offer that you signed up for. Here's a text saying, hey, thank you for signing up for the offer. Give us a call, send us a message, and as a result, again, higher conversions. And then lead handler training. So going and working with your staff. For me and my clients, we work with staff and actually train your staff so they can know what to say, how to say it, what email templates they need to be sending out, what days, what times. Again, all of this is tested and reproducible, so you get consistent results. And so the result of using these extra steps equals more new patients, and obviously, again, more money, right? More revenue for your practice, allows you to ultimately end up hiring staff, hiring other providers, and then stepping away from maybe from the day-to-day, or stepping into your practice fully again because you do love treating patients and you don't want to mess with marketing. This gives you the option, right? And that's what we all want. We want more choices, we want more options. So here's some a little bit more details on the scheduling, right? So when someone opts into the offer, they go from the landing page. This is their confirmation page, but instead of it just being a confirmation, we're actually creating another step and saying, hey, go ahead and schedule now. Let's create one less step for you. Go ahead and schedule here. So this is an example of our online calendar that we use. I like Acuity. I've used Calendly. They all work great, but this makes things a lot easier. And anytime someone opts in and schedules, you're going to get another email notification that says, or a text notification that says, hey, I have a new lead, and they scheduled on the calendar. This is what a lead notification looks like. So anytime someone opts into an offer for your practice, you need to get emails that look like this to say, hey, you have a new lead. It tells you what time they came in, what the offer was, and then it gives you their name, email, and phone number. All right. So this is huge. Again, higher conversions if you follow up with them faster. Automated updating spreadsheets, so you get a running list of new signups, name, email, and phone number, and then you're able to track them through the system. So this is where emails or new leads come in. Then we're able to see if they scheduled, showed, and converted. Did they schedule and show? Did they schedule but didn't show? All that is going to help you increase your conversions and make sure that you're training your staff appropriately, and then that's what we help with as well. Facebook ad tracking. So when I work with clients, we actually give them instructions on how to use the ad tracker. We do everything. It's all white glove. We can do a lot of hand holding, but it gets the job done and the results are there, right? So we actually walk you through how to use the lead tracker. We even give scripts out for emails, texts. So these are automated emails that come out from me to my clients. So if I have a client that we're working with, if they have a lead that signs up for an offer, we make sure that an email goes out automatically on our behalf. And so it's usually a reminder of the offer and to tell them to give us a call to take action. This is going to increase conversions between 2 to 10%. So these automated emails that come out after someone opts in is crucial. For my clients, I give them also scripts for phone calls for their staff. So if their staff has a phone call that needs to make the phone calls to do follow-ups, what happens if they get the call? What happens if they get voicemail? What do they say? And then we give them email templates as well. So emails to send out on the 2nd and 3rd, 4th, 5th days, whatever. And that's, again, going to increase your conversions. Maybe, it's 2 to 5, 10%, but over time, that's going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. And these little steps go a long way. And I can teach you how to take this and put it and save it as a draft, so then your staff just puts in the name and sends it out. It's good to go. So simple math, right? So good Facebook ads that actually work, that create offers and targetings in place, with customized funnels that are completely built around getting leads to sign up for the offer, and then the automated follow-up and conversion systems on the back end. What that's going to result in is more new patients and the highest ROI you can imagine. So Let me ask you a question. Are you seeing how this can work for your practice yet? Can you see how Facebook is built for marketing and it's perfect for marketing your practice, no matter what niche or what market you're in? Hopefully by now you can see that. Um, and the other question is, are you getting excited yet? Because I'm getting excited just talking about it. I love this stuff. It works. It's hands down the best, easiest way, most profitable way to grow a practice, no matter where you are in practice. If you're just starting out or if you're 50 years in, this is by far the best way to market and the easiest way to market. And I strongly encourage anyone that's considering it to jump in with both feet and either hire someone that knows what they're doing or dedicate some serious man hours and figure it out. So if you're getting excited, um, you probably should know what your options are, right? So if you see how this can work for your practice and you are excited, what are your options, right? So basically you have two options. Option one is you do it yourself, right? And so I basically walk you through exactly how to do it, what steps you need to, the details that you need to be able to plug in, everything you need to do from start to finish. You saw the ads, the landing pages, the forms, the back end, all the details that kind of get plugged in. There's integration usually between 5 and 6 different pieces of software that you got to plug together, but it works, right? So the downside is it does take a lot of time to figure it all out. What I tell people and that want to say, hey, I want to try to do this myself, all right, good luck. Go for it by all means. If you've got the time, if you've got the energy, the resources, and you're dedicated, you figure it out, that's awesome. Go for it. But it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of testing. It's going to take you're only spending your own ads and your own dollars. So you're only going to know what you test. Whereas I have the ability to test and market in so many different markets and niches, I'm able to get more information faster. And so that's the benefit of option number two. So option one, again, do it yourself. It's going to cost you a lot of time. It's going to take a little bit to get it up and get it working. And then you've got to stay on top of it. You got to stay on top of the tech. You got to stay on top of the updates. You got to stay on top of Facebook policy. And then you've got to continue to be able to test new ads because ads will die. Offers will become obsolete. You got to know when to go in and change things. You got to know how to use Facebook and targeting and the creative side of that. So option one, and then option two, schedule a strategy call with me. Option two is basically you schedule a free strategy call with me. We'll get on the phone for 15 to 30 minutes and we'll take a look at your practice, see what you're doing, and see if maybe we're a good fit. We know practices, we know healthcare, and we also know marketing. So you're going to get the best of everything. And at the end of the day, it's all risk-free. It's guaranteed. We work with clients. We guarantee our results. If we don't produce, if we can't follow through, if something happens, you know what? You're not going to pay for it. We're going to give your money back, and it doesn't happen though. It works. I haven't given anybody's money back yet, and I don't plan to. So we know practices. We know marketing. So again, risk-free strategy call. There should be a button right down below. Just click on that. We'll get on a calendar, and you can schedule on the next page. And we'll set up a call. Again, just talk about what you're doing in your practice and see if there's something we can do to help. Okay. If you take action, if you do this the right way, if you jump on this, you can have patients coming in from Facebook ads as early as next week. If you're watching this on Monday, we could have it done by Friday. Usually, actually, it only takes between 24 and 72 hours to get an entire system set up for a practice. And it works. We'll get patients in your door next week. But just like practice with patients, it's not for everyone. I'm sure many of you have practices where you have certain patients that you love, that you want to attract in, and you have certain patients that you don't want to work with. Well, we're the same way. We don't want to work with everybody, and we know that everyone doesn't want to work with us. So we only want to work with practices that are very serious about their business and marketing. We want to work with practices that understand the value in direct marketing and using front-end offers for the back-end return. So understanding real business marketing concepts and see the value in that. Also, if you're currently using marketing like Facebook and radio, Facebook, TV, newspaper, or other forms of media, if you're already paying for marketing, you're going to be a great fit for us because we're basically just going to do what you're doing now and make it better with a better return. Okay. Um, it works with when we work with clients. Another thing that we want to make sure that we say is you've got to be ready for new patients. If you don't think it's actually going to work, but you want new patients, we turn on the fire hose for you. You've got to be able to handle it. So we only want to work with practices that can actually handle an influx of 10 to 20, 30 new patients a month. If you can't handle a big growth in your practice right now, this is not going to work. You're going to get overwhelmed, and you're not going to be happy with the result. You've got to have systems in place, you've got to have staff in place, and you've got to have processes, be willing to adapt and learn quickly to be able to make sure that you can handle the growth that we would bring in. Another important component is you've got to be willing to trust the process. You've got to be able to trust and know that we know what we're doing. We've been doing this for a while, and we've ran and tested ads and copy and images and funnels. We know what works. You've got to trust the process. So if you want tested, proven new patient marketing, if you want to fill up your practice and you want to automate it, you don't want to do all these other high energy, high attention, high cost marketing that just doesn't seem to be consistent, doesn't work, you can't track it, click the button below, go to the next page, get on the calendar, we'll schedule a call, and we'll go from there. So if you like to work with businesses that guarantee results, you're really going to like working with us. If it doesn't work, again, we're going to give you your money back. If you want to work with someone who understands marketing and understands your practice, you're really going to love working with us, because we do. We're in the trenches with you. We're marketing for our, I'm marketing for my practice, and I'm marketing for other practices. And so yeah, if that all sounds good, just schedule a call below. The other option 3 that I didn't put on there, is you can go work with another agency. And so again, other agencies, you can get the cookie cutter approach. They don't actually, and most of them actually have no idea. They don't know anything about marketing. They're literally just trying to get into marketing for chiropractors or clinics because they heard it could make a lot of money. So they're getting in, getting out, making their money. They don't know your industry. They don't understand the terminology. They don't understand healthcare. They don't understand how patients think and how your internal processes work. They don't understand the practice dynamics. They don't understand HIPAA or insurance, sales cycles. And most of them have no idea what patients want. I get people that are in marketing messaging me all the time saying, "Hey, what do you think a good offer would be for a practice, or what would what would be a good offer for a good offer for a chiropractor, or what would be a good offer for a doctor?" And I kind of laugh because these guys are charging people thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're supposed to know what they're doing, and they have no idea. The other thing I see a lot of is with other ad agencies that are doing the cookie cutter approach is when the ads stop working, they don't know what to do because they don't have any other options. Again, it's cookie cutter. They've got one or two, and when those don't work, it's a numbers game. They're on to the next one. Whereas I know it works, and I know how to test it, and I know how to plug in different things, and we cycle through them, and you always have consistent new leads coming in. So what do you get? All right. So just to recap, if you want to do it yourself, I gave you the roadmap. You've got the tools, right? You know what to do. But if you want option 2 and you want a done-for-you service, and you're ready to get patients in now, you're ready to take some action, and you understand the value of this type of marketing, you're going to get a lot from us, right? So we're going to get an experienced clinician, a marketer, and myself and my team. You're going to get tested, proven ads that work. You're going to get tested, proven campaign management and optimization. You're getting funnels, everything that is designed around your practice and your message. You're getting online scheduling. You're getting a lead notification, automated patient follow-ups and emails. You're going to get the scripting and the staff training that you need. And at the end of the day, it's all no risk, guaranteed result. So if you're ready to get started, you're ready to grow your practice, you're ready to automate your marketing, and you said yes to all 3 of those, schedule a call clicking below, and it's going to take you to the next page. There's going to be a calendar. You can sign up at your earliest convenience, and we're going to jump on a quick strategy call and just have a quick conversation about your practice, where you're at, where you want to be, and then see if we're a good fit, see if it's something we can help you with. And that's it. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully you got some value out of this, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Take care.